Good morning to all. The topic which we are going to discuss is forced harmonic oscillation. The differential equation with its solution for the forced harmonic oscillation with special cases. First, we'll see what is forced oscillation. When an oscillating body maintained in the state of oscillations by a periodic force of frequency n other than its natural frequency of the body is called forced oscillation. Whereas in case of damped oscillation, the body oscillates with its natural frequency. But this forced oscillation, in this case, the body which oscillates with periodic force of frequency rather than its natural frequency. Example is the musical stringed instrument is an example for forced oscillation. Now we'll see the differential form of the above equation. Let us consider a body. It is connected to a spring at an outstage. An external force is applied to the body where m is mass of the body, y is displacement of the body. Here we are having three different types of forces which acts on it. One is restoring force, F1 is equal to minus Ky, where negative symbol indicates that this is act in the opposite direction of the motion. Next one is damping force, that is F2 is equal to minus R dy by dt. Third one is external force. F3 is equal to F0 sine omega naught t. In case of damped oscillation, we have only two forces, restoring and damping force. But in case of forced oscillation, we have three different forces, restoring force, damping force and external force. We'll see one by one. The total force is F is equal to addition of all the equations F1 plus F2 plus F3. Substitute the values of F1, F2, F3. We get F is equal to minus Ky minus R dy by dt plus F0 sine omega t. This is the total equation. That is total force of motion. From Newton's second law of motion, force is m into a, that is mass into acceleration. F is equal to m d squared y by dt squared. From the above equation, we can see the LHS of equation number 1 and 2 are equal. So, we can equate the equations 1 and 2. That is, equation number 1 is equal to equation number 2. That is, m d squared y by dt squared is equal to minus ky minus r dy by dt plus f0 sine omega t. Now take the equation d squared y by dt squared alone. So we will get d squared y by dt squared is equal to minus ky by m minus r by m dy by dt plus f0 by m sine omega t. Simplify and arrange the equation in a quadratic form. We get d squared y by dt squared plus r by m dy by dt plus k by m into y is equal to f0 by m sine omega t. Here we are going to find the solution for that. For that, we are going to give a simplified values for that. Put r by m is equal to 2b, k by m is equal to omega naught square and f0 by m is equal to f in the above equation. So, the equation number 3 becomes d squared y by dt squared plus 2b dy by dt plus omega naught square y is equal to f sine omega t. This is the second order differential equation of forced harmonic oscillation. Here we have derived the second order differential equation. Now we are going to see the solution for this. The solution for the above equation is y is equal to a sine omega t minus theta, where a is steady amplitude of vibration and theta is angle at which the displacement y lags behind the applied force. Now we are going to differentiate the equation number 5, that is with respect to time. So dy by dt is equal to a cos omega t minus theta into omega. Then we are going to differentiate once again, that is d squared y by dt squared is equal to minus a sine omega t minus theta into omega squared. Here minus comes because cos sin theta differentiate will get minus sin theta. So here there is minus sign. Now put the values of equation 6 and 7 in equation number 4 and simplify the whole equation. Will get a into omega naught squared minus omega squared is equal to f into cos theta. Here we are going to separate the equation. 2b omega a is equal to f into sin theta. Squaring the equations and add the equations of 9 and 10 will get, and simplify it will get a is equal to f divided by square root of omega naught squared minus omega squared the whole square plus 4b squared omega squared. Whatever is possible, cancel it. So we are getting tan theta is equal to 2b omega squared divided by omega naught squared minus omega squared. So theta is equal to, tan becomes tan inverse. So theta is equal to tan inverse of 2b omega divided by omega naught squared minus omega squared. Equation number 11 and 12 are the amplitude and phase of forced oscillations, which depends on driving frequency omega and natural frequency omega naught squared, where A is amplitude of the forced oscillation and theta is phase of the forced oscillation. Both are dependent on driving frequency omega and natural frequency omega naught. Now we are going to see the special cases for the solutions. Case number 1 is when omega naught squared is greater than omega, that is driven force is lesser than natural frequency. So A becomes, the whole A becomes f naught by k. By substituting all the values, we will get amplitude A is equal to f naught by k. Here the amplitude depends on the force constant, that is f naught, and the applied force. Here A is equal to f naught by k. Here f naught is nothing but applied force and k is force constant. This amplitude value depends on, that is directly proportional to f naught and indirectly proportional to k. That is A is directly proportional to applied force and indirectly proportional to force constant. Now we'll see the phase content. When omega naught squared is greater than omega squared, the phase value, that is theta, is equal to 0. That shows the displacement and driving force will be in phase, will be available in same phase. Now we'll see the case number 2, that is omega naught squared is equal to omega squared, that is the driven frequency is equal to damped frequency, natural frequency, that is omega naught squared is natural frequency, omega squared is forced frequency. So when both are equal, what is our amplitude and what is our phase? First we'll see, substituting all the value will get A is equal to f naught divided by r omega. Here the amplitude depends on damping force and the applied force, that is f naught and r. Damping force is r and f naught is our applied force. What about phase? The phase will become theta is equal to 90 degrees when omega naught squared is equal to omega squared. So the displacement lags behind the driven force by the phase of 90 degrees. Now we'll see the case number 3, that is omega naught squared is lesser than omega squared, that is natural frequency is lesser than the driven frequency. In this case the amplitude becomes A is equal to f naught divided by m omega naught squared. So the amplitude depends on the applied force f naught and the mass of the body. Here the phase becomes theta is equal to 180 degree. Here when omega naught squared is lesser than omega squared, in this case phase, that is theta, is equal to pi, that is 180 degree. Thus the displacement lags behind the driven force by the phase of 180 degree. In this class, we have seen what is forced oscillation, forced harmonic oscillation, the differential equation of forced harmonic oscillation, and the solution of forced oscillations. Then we have seen the special cases, that is omega squared is greater than omega naught squared, omega squared is equal to omega naught squared, and omega squared is lesser than omega naught squared. So we have clearly seen the forced harmonic oscillation with the solution. Thank you.